In Crime and Punishment, Dostoevsky wasn't interested in murder. He was interested in what happens after you think you've gotten away with it. Because the real punishment in that story isn't prison, it's isolation. It's paranoia. It's the moment you realize the rules you broke still live inside you. As we play a game where consequences reset and wanted levels come and go, I want to explore this. What happens to morality when guilt disappears?
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Oh, why, thank you. I mean, ChatGPT helped a little bit, but I finished it. I finished it. My assistant who I pay. My team.
I was like, shh, don't say anything.
My team, my writing team. Anyway.
Perfect.
But anywho, yes. And then I was telling you, Jrippy, before we started, that this kind of comes. I'm gonna call it the. I don't know. Should I call it the Trevor Phillips challenge or the Stephen Ogg challenge? I don't know.
I kind of like the Trevor Phillips.
The Trevor Phillips challenge.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah. So he was put in a interview thing that I saw on YouTube that's going around about how he's not excited about GTA 6 because he's not a gamer, he's a reader, etc., etc. And so I'm calling it the Trevor Phillips challenge to all the GTA players that they should go read Crime and Punishment. So that's the reference for today. And so then, the question is, what happens to morality when guilt disappears? And then I just put episode 1 out today, so I'm sure you guys have not had a chance to see it yet, but the the theme of that one is why we tell stories, and I kind of like touched on where we get morality from, and when it comes to heroes and legends and myths, the stories themselves don't really change, but how we view the characters changes. So like a few hundred years ago, a certain character in a story was upheld as like a hero. Now we see them as like maybe the villain because society's not the same that it was, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Kind of the existential reflection, and then the the turnaround when you put that out into society, and what a social contract is.
Right.
And so this game, we look like we're holding hands.
We do, right? Ain't we cute?
I love it. Ghost says, my favorite saying is, you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. No, for sure. Totally.
Yeah. I like that phrase. Oh my goodness, it's been a minute since I heard that one. That's a good one.
Yes. No, very that. Very that.
I also like what you said earlier too, because like it had me just thinking. It was like, how long, like what has to happen for your morality to change? Like, you know what I mean? And then I think about, you got to think about like situations like us as people have been in real life. Like what happened? What situation were you in that caused your whole mindset of your morality to change? What happened to you, or what was happening around you where you were like, what, this had to happen, whether you wanted it to or not.
Totally.
Because we always get put in situations, and that was a really interesting thought that came across my head.
Yeah, and I mean that's definitely came across my mind too. Even when I was like doing the last one, that's kind of a question that keeps coming up: is what would it take for me and my life to make the kind of choices I make in the game? And where is that divide? Where's my personal morality compass? Ghost says, life is nothing but one big situation. It is.
Yeah.
And then I also talked about two of my favorite quotes that I like to use side by side are Shakespeare's, all the world's a stage, all the men and women merely players. That's like, what we put out there is what we want people to see. Yeah. No, it doesn't take much to change one's morals. That's like I forget the name of the experiments, but, there's these messed up experiments where no one's actually being killed, but, like, they have someone sitting there and, like, they're pressing the button to, like, fake torture someone, but the person pressing the button thinks they're actually torturing someone. It's a fake, like, it's like a fake video or whatever, but what kind of, like, pressure could be put on that person to make them willing to torture
Right.
somebody else or, kill
Right.
somebody
Right.
else,
And it's all psychological too, because then you think about it
Mm-hmm.
too. Like when something does happen or you do choose to do something, do you forgive yourself or do you ask yourself, well, what I was before, was it really even me?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the kind of stuff I will think about. Because you always think that, you're not capable of doing things until you do it.
Right. Right. I think a lot of people like to lie to themselves and think like, well, I could never do that. That's where people get stuck up and
Mm-hmm.
judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because they're like, well, I could never. Or, the privileged and the elite look at the quote unquote ghetto, right? And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, if
Mm-hmm.
they could just stop stealing and, acting like criminals, it's like, well, hello.
Right, right.
Hello, who made those systems to begin with?
Right. It's all about like where you're at, who you are, because you just never know unless you are put in a situation or you're put in an environment to have to be in a situation where you're making those hard decisions. Because I like to look at life like that. Because first of all, me personally, I'm the type of person, I love everybody. I see the good in
Mm-hmm.
everybody. I know pros and cons with that. I
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. So
Balance. We always have to
horrible,
find
horrible.
balance with that.
Horrible. But I realize too that a lot of the times, because I've been in so many situations where I've had like the blessing of being able to be, speaking with somebody that can be considered, cruddy or considered to be this bad person. I always get a blessing of being able to see those people in a different way just based off of like who I project myself as, you know what I mean? And a lot of the times I do see that, people that are just kind of openly like that, it's almost like they're
Mm-hmm.
forced to be like that, or they've just grown up in environments and situations where like that's just who they are until
Mm-hmm.
you allow them to not have to be like that. I mean, it shows even in the game. Oh my gosh, GTA is like the perfect example of that. There's
You
so
see?
yeah, it all comes back around. There's so many awful things that people do in the game that transfers into real life. There's this, that, yada, yada, yada. But then, like, these people will also, like, go off on their own. And like I said, I've been in front of these people, I've talked to these people, and I'm like, oh my God, you don't want to do this at all. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like it's all like it's a role, like it's a mask. It's something that these people play, and it's like, that's not even who you really are. So, like, why are we continuing the cycle in the community to be these awful people? Like, what's happening?
Totally.
It's all psychological. That was just epiphany.
Mm-hmm. Ding. Well, and Ghost said life is oh my god, I cannot say this word sometimes. Schrodinger's cat in real life. And it is. It
Hmm.
is. He also, I liked what he said too, in the comments about, flashbacks and memory. Because that, again, something I talked about, in my little introductory episode last time is, there's always
Hmm.
this debate of what's more important, like logic versus emotion,
Hmm.
right? And my argument has been since like college, and I studied this stuff, like that you have to have both, and there's real neurological science that backs that up too.
Mm.
Because I think most people kind of know there's like the three parts of the brain. There's like the base, the lizard, and then your emotional layer, and then like your neocortex, your logical layer, what we
Yeah.
think of like the most human layer. Bottom is lizards, mammals in between.
Hmm.
um there's a whole thing, but
Hmm.
but the science is like your brain's not going to remember anything if it wasn't emotional in the first place. So very interesting.
Mm.
Ghost talked about blocking memories, whether that's for the best. Can you block out the bad shit you did so that you can preserve yourself, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
And that's the whole guilt thing too. That's like our subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll stay with you
Yeah.
if it's just something you can't get over. Yeah.
And does society have to do anything to punish you, or are you your own worst enemy?
Oh, that's a good one. I think it's the higher. It's the latter.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all do that to ourselves. I know I do that. I am my own worst enemy. I will down myself and make myself crazy when I don't even need to.
Yeah. Yeah, and Go says you can't always block it off. And what I was just about to say is like it would take a complete and total like absolute narcissist to not be to be able to block everything out so completely that you feel no guilt,
Yeah.
right? Like unless you are that, you probably are not going to be able to block out every ounce of guilt or moment of oh god, I shouldn't have done that,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
Unless
I
like I
think
said,
that's
there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I think that's where like we also have like those spontaneous moments too. Like everybody has those mental like breaks where like you break down out of nowhere, or you just have like an emotional moment. You're not quite sure
Oh
where it
yeah.
comes from. I think it's also like we're really good at putting things in the vault until it's like our body, like our mind, body, and soul is like, nope, you need to get rid of
It's
this, and then like it
stuffed.
happens. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we don't realize it's happening. That's why I think we're interesting, like as humans, because things will happen. It's ourselves telling our own person, like, hey, like, I need you to take care of me. Like,
Yeah.
get this out or do something.
Mayday, mayday, warning, system
Code
overload.
red.
You shoved too much shit in the closet and the door is going to pop off the hinge. It's
Like an
gone
old
now.
dial-up computer processing, shutting down.
um, and then, no, I love it. You guys are the best. I love this. But real quick, little ritual. So,
Mhm.
kind of a thing I want to do every episode is talk about, different cultures, right? And how
Okay.
they build their society. So, right on track with what we're talking about. And then, the title of
Mhm.
everything, comfort and chaos. Uh,
Mhm.
Culture, as defined by anthropology, is a tool, just like any other tool, and it's to adapt to basically the chaos of the world, right? We're
Mhm.
creatures on this big ball. This big ball does stuff to us all the time. We have to adapt. We have to, like,
Mhm.
survive it, right? And so the key to human survival is culture, so it's a tool, right? And then
Mhm.
everything in it, stories, art, blah 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 blah. It's not just frivolous, it's tools to help us survive.
Mhm.
So that was kind of like the archback to
Right.
everything, right?
Right.
And part of that comfort is obviously our traditions, our foods. So without further ado, go ahead and share today's snack and or drink and why it is comforting to you or significant to you. Go for it.
Okay, so obviously it's standard. My drink is water, ice cold water. I love
Mhm.
water. Reason for that is because of how healthy it is for you.
It's the
I have been
best.
through.
It's
I
just the
grew
best.
up like yeah, no, I grew like it took me to this point to understand what my mother was always telling me because I used to complain with her. I used to drink soda like Sprite and stuff like it was
Mm-hmm.
water. Okay, didn't want to
Mm-hmm.
drink water at all. I was like, no, I don't want water. I want juice. I want this. I want that. And she would always tell me, she'd be like, drinking water is so good for your body. Like you need to take care of yourself. It makes your hair grow, makes your
Aww.
skin clear. Like your
Aww.
body needs it. You're gonna have headaches. You're gonna make yourself like she would tell me all these things I didn't care about.
I
Like
do the same to my kids. That's like touching my heart. I love that. That
yeah,
sounds like
like
me.
she would tell me these things, and as a kid, like you're like, I don't care, like I want juice, I want Kool-Aid, all this, these things. And until I started like being more knowledgeable and understanding that yeah, me not drinking water is completely destroying my body. And then I
Mm-hmm.
realized drinking water,
Mm-hmm.
you actually feel better.
Mm-hmm.
You literally do. When I stopped cutting soda out cold turkey, like seriously, I haven't. It's been years since I've drinking soda. No lie, I only drink like occasional orange
Good
juice,
for
apple juice, something
you.
like that, or water.
No, good for
And
you.
if I feel the need to have some kind of soda, I'm drinking sparkling water just to kind of like, okay, it's something, it's bubbly.
I
Like
love
it's
it.
something. But yeah, like ever since I started doing that, like I feel better. And I was like, my mom was right. She was totally right. Because when you do nothing but drink all that bad stuff, you feel it.
Well, and isn't that funny talking about crime and punishment and not listening to what our mothers have to say?
Hmm.
And then fucking around and finding out later.
No, for real, for real. And you want to know the main thing? The main thing that stuck with me was it took me that one good experience when I had a horrible headache for like I
Uh-huh.
promise you like 2 weeks straight, and I sat there and I started drinking water and it went away. I was like, okay, this is what she's talking about.
that right there. That was it. Got it.
That is what she's talking about. So, yeah, and even eating healthy and stuff like that too, which brings me to my snack. I do have some fruit, I have cantaloupe, and I have Cheez-Its.
Love it.
I just love Cheez-Its. Okay,
Well,
I
and the
love
color too, the
cheese.
orange. I love it.
Yep.
It's a whole moment.
Yeah, I love cheese. Like literally, I am a weirdo. I will eat cheese with anything. And Cheez-Its are like my favorite, and specifically the like extra cheddar.
Oh, girl, you're
because
talking to the shredded cheese just with the fingers in the mouth. You're good. You're good around
yeah,
me.
no. Everyone in my family is like that. I want to say, other than Doritos, that was also like the first like chip that I ate ever.
Mm.
Besides like basic Doritos was Cheez-Its. So like
Mm-hmm.
no one's gonna get me to hate Cheez-Its. And then fruit, of
Mm-mm.
course, because I'm in love with fruit. Like again, healthy things to eat. Always need to eat your fruit. And
Each
cantaloupe's
fruit.
just my favorite. Yeah, I think cantaloupe and like dragon fruit and grapes. They're like my favorite.
Dragon fruit is so pretty. The color it
It
makes.
is. It
Like, is there a
is.
better, like, color to come from a fruit? I don't know. Like,
No, I don't think so.
just based on that alone, that, like, bright fuchsia, like,
Yeah.
that comes out of it.
It's a pretty. It's really
And it's
pretty.
so natural. Like, I think beets are the only other thing that has that, like, that same vibrant purpley pink, you know.
Right. And we don't talk about beets.
You know, I don't want to eat them at all. I don't like
Yeah.
them. And I like pretty much everything. Beets is one of like 2 or 3 things that I'm like, no.
It's just weird. You just ever eaten something and it's like, okay, this is an acquired taste, but no, beets is like, it's an acquired taste, but I'm not ever touching
I'm
it.
not taking the time to acquire it.
At all.
I'm going to make that choice for myself.
Nope, my palate will not adapt. It will refuse to. It just like, no, don't put that in me. Like, don't put that in my face.
Right. Okay. We are going to take the briefest of pause. When we come back, what would you like to do? Shall we run some product? Do you want to do a small heist? What are you in the mood for? Dealer's choice.
Honestly, I'm in the mood for anything. We could do, what was the first option?
Like run some product. Do some grinding.
Grinding.
Yeah. Everyone's done that. I know you want to shoot.
Let's do it.
You want to shoot something.
Yeah. You know me so well. You know me so well.
All right.
How dare you?
All right. All that out. I'm going to hit pause, and then we'll figure out what we're going to go shoot, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
What are we shooting?
Yes,
Well, what do you
we
got
are
for
back.
me on product running and stuff?
Well, you know what? Well, as far as product, I've got like my 3 are coke, weed, and documents. But as far as a heist, I think I still had like a casino heist I never finished.
Okay.
We could
Let's
always
do
go do. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's use the mansion. Let's use her for all she's worth.
Right? Oh my goodness, these freaking mansions.
It's such like a hate-love relationship.
Can I say that this one in particular, though, these pillars, oh
Yeah.
my god, they made that look beautiful. Like in the film.
It worked out really nicely.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Can I remember where my office is? Yes. Yes, I can.
It could have been worse, you know? I will say that, like, these mansions could have been crazy, because I remember when they were coming out, I thought it was going to be, like, you know, mansion, like, ginormous freaking building, like, type mansion, you know what I mean?
Oh, where you get lost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I thought that, I don't know why I was aiming that big, but, hey.
I mean, they almost are.
Yeah.
They almost.
I'll tell you one thing, I would never get something this big in real life, that's for sure.
Oh, God, no. No.
Like, in order for me to have something this big, it is a requirement for people to live with me.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
no and ifs or buts about it. Like, people need to live with me. Everyone choose a room.
Yeah. Okay, that just managed the businesses. So let's go to the sky.
Do you have a request, Mum?
Oh, who's yours? Is yours the woman or
I did the Haviland. Haviland is his name?
Yeah. I don't know. It was the woman for me. I was like, you know, I'll keep you.
I mean, I don't hate her. She's
Uh-huh.
cool. It's the creepy men that want a legion of submissive robot women that creep me
Oh,
out.
okay, yeah.
Does that
Yeah.
make sense? I don't have anything against her.
Like, don't worry, she's great. You're great, but about that.
I think I'm already in the wrong spot. Well, because I just bought this thing when they were doing all the diamond heists, and then we had started it, Ghost and
Oh
I, one
yeah.
night, and then never got to finish it.
Mhm.
I think this should all be set up.
Okay. Your character looks so cozy. She looks so comfortable.
She's just morphing into my new aesthetic, which is yeah, it's just
She should.
sweats all the
And
time.
I have those sweatpants in real life. The hunting pants.
Yeah, yeah, I pretty much do too, and the sweatshirt to
Mhm.
match. So, um, maybe I do have to set this up again. Oh no. Ghost says he's got a good heist. Should we get him in here?
Totally.
Should we do it? All right.
You know Ghost is all about that.
I can touch that guy.
Peanut Gallery. You know, he'll be my little mascot. Little
Yeah.
sidekick.
Well, you know, the good thing about like all the things that you do is he might very well, pick those things up. Like that'd be really awesome if he has his own podcast one day.
Right? Well,
Just
and,
like I saw mom do it.
and
Like
then daughter wants her YouTube channel, so
yeah, see, that's so cool. And they have a lot of personality. They're gonna be great.
I think so too. I think so
Mhm.
too. My little, oh my gosh! And for Christmas, just the cutest. I had him in little matching PJs, and
Yeah.
by the way,
How was your
I was
Christmas,
gonna say
huh?
that to you. You're my guest. How was your Christmas? Mine was amazing, but how was your Christmas?
Yeah, it was good. It was very calm. I think, this year was like one of those years where it was like, yeah, I'm definitely older now. I'm an adult. So it's not like how
Mm.
it was when I was little, like this extravagant, like winter wonderland. But I did like very,
Mm-hmm.
minimal things. I went to go see my families, got to see my parents because I don't see them like a lot. I live on my own and all that stuff. So when
Mm-hmm.
I get to see them, it's
Oh,
just nice and
good.
it's quaint. It was quiet. My mom, she cooked a lot. She cooks
No, it's
wonderfully.
something in
So I
that.
just stayed there for a while. I got to,
I
be with
just
my sister and
dropped
my nieces and got to
in
see
the
my
room.
uncles as well. So things like that. And I did get some things here and there, so
Mm-hmm.
it was all I could really ask for. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I I think every kid loves Christmas, and then I went through that decade of my 20s, and
Mhm.
I kind of felt like I became a little bit of a Christmas hater, just because
Mhm.
like I was working, and when you're working customer service jobs, you don't get the holidays off. You don't mean jack
You
shit
don't.
to
Yeah, you
society.
don't.
Like you will
You really
work.
don't.
So, um,
It's true.
you know, who cares if you've got a family of your own? And
Right.
even when you do sometimes have a family of your own, as I'm discovering, they still don't care. And they're like, "Oh, you've got kids
No.
waiting for you?
Yeah.
That's too
Yeah.
bad." Um, but yeah, no, I definitely, coming full circle around and having kids in my 30s, and now about to enter my last year of being in my 30s. I kept looking at them all day of like, you are the meaning of Christmas, I think was just kind of my mantra all
Yeah.
day. It's like,
Yeah.
you guys are. It doesn't, none of it really matters.
Mhm.
And all the traditions that like, you think you're going to do, like, oh, when I'm a parent and it's mine, I'm going to do this. And I was taking stock of all my failed traditions and like,
Mhm.
oh, I thought I was going to do this and that and bake cookies every year like my parents did.
Mhm. and have like this whole, oh hey, Ghost is here. I just realized Ghost is here.
Oh, he's
Yeah, and
helping
you
us.
also have like that whole thing where it's like, because I thought that too, like I'm gonna have all these decorations, the house is gonna be decorated in the front, it's gonna be all these lights, like we're gonna do this whole like shabam all the time. And it's like that's not accurate.
No. No.
It's
You
not
think you're gonna
realistic.
do all this stuff. Yeah. But then if you just kind of organically let it go, you'll come up with new traditions that you didn't even think you were going to come up with. So that's
Right.
kind of...
Ooh, okay. Speaking of tradition, there's two that I have. And
Yes,
it
yes.
is, and I tell this all the time. I say that I'm gonna do it when I have children as well. I was actually talking to Grim about it yesterday. So there's a thing
Aww.
on Thanksgiving that will happen every other year that I kept in my head, where we actually don't make like Thanksgiving food or anything like that. We go to Waffle House, and here's why. So growing up, because I'm a middle child of 12, there
Mm.
was a situation where my mom, she had only so much money. Like there was only so much going on because she was a single parent at one point,
Mm-hmm.
and she would give us like this, just this chunk of money. And I remember she was like, "Go to Waffle House and just get what you can with the money I'm giving you." And we, Waffle House was just, it was priceable, like wasn't
Yeah.
expensive. So we would go there, all the siblings, and we would go eat, and we would bring her something back because that was what she could do. And it was
Mm-hmm.
just something that was just like it posted in my head. So now,
Aww.
not every year, but like every other year, like I always try to make that like a tradition just to kind of
Mm.
remember, how
Yeah.
times were, and never forget that. And that's something that kind of goes on like in my head. So that's something I
Right.
want to like continue just to kind of remember, things will happen, we'll go through hard times, and just, no matter how good we've got it or anything like that, always remember where you come from.
That's awesome. Yeah. Keep you
Mhm.
kind of grounded.
Yeah.
No, and I love it. And I love that, you know, like it ties back to even just what we were talking about earlier with, mom trying to teach you how to be healthy and everything too.
Mhm.
Because yeah, the traditions and all of that, it's not just to make good memories and have fun, but sometimes it is. I mean, even just what you're talking about now with the Waffle House, it's pure survival,
Mhm. Yeah.
and it's the story that you're gonna tell, your potential family in the future too. Of like, I'm gonna tell you where I came from, so we can learn from it, grow from it, but also celebrate in that tradition, turn it into a
Mhm.
positive.
Mhm.
um, and yeah, it's gonna come with a story,
Mhm.
right? But yeah, no, I love it. And then, okay, Ghost, I think we're ready to get into some shit.
what
Get
what is he
into it.
pointing at?
Well, I got my snacks. Did you get your snacks, Jrippy?
Where do you get them?
So if you talk to the bartender, you can get them from her. I
Oh,
forgot
okay,
her
okay,
name.
okay.
What's her name?
I have no idea. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we are good. We should give her a name.
Right?
I don't know what her name is. Rebecca.
She looks like a Rebecca.
Right?
Yeah, she's
It's the
giving
clothes.
Rebecca.
Yep.
Becca
When I
or
tell
Bex.
you. Yep.
For short. I think Bex.
Yeah,
Spelled with an
Bex is a good
X.
one.
Bex. Yeah.
Ghost said no. He said
He's like, you guys are
why?
wrong.
Why?
Well, Ghost knows every bit of lore from this game, I'm pretty sure. So he's
Well,
over here.
I'm gonna call her Bex.
Bex with an X. And then we do this.
All right, so I'm gonna
It looks
leave
like water
this.
can.
Yes, let's get out of here. Let's blow this popsicle stand. Oh God, that's such like I'm aging myself with that one. I don't think anyone says that anymore.
But when
Blow
I
this
hear it though, I'm
popsicle
like,
joint.
yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna play passenger. Especially since my notes have been stolen. They've been hijacked from me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'll gather it back.
So I want the portal mod.
Oh.
I wanted to spy the instantly the portal mod.
The portal mod. That's what we need. We need a portal mod. Okay.
Cause the portal mod, it costs us.
All right. Are we supposed to jump into the boat?
Don't how many bucks.
Yep, we are. Wee. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, the way I just wiped out into the water like that.
My yacht's out there.
Look at there. Pretty pink yacht.
Do you see? Oh, we should probably get Ghost in the party, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, introducing our next guest, Ghost TeJada. But yeah, like I said, I will probably take Trevor Phillips up on the challenge and read Crime and Punishment. I mean, why not? Why not?
Yeah, I think I will too. Because you talking to me about it, I had no idea, and that's really interesting. And I am a book nerd. I love to read, so that's something I would definitely pick up.
Right.
But you ain't read my book
Write
yet.
on it.
The disrespect is real.
Hi, Ghost.
Hi,
What's going on, y'all?
Hello. Yes, that is okay. Reading challenge. We're gonna like challenge each other to read more in 2026. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm down though. I need to get to reading more, even if it's books on tape.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was something else I discovered. Like, there's a free app that my my library
Ryan,
participates
you need to join
in.
my CEO.
Oh, did I not already? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't click it all the way, or I like accidentally backed out at the last second. Like didn't hit X the last time. There I am. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh no.
There were some new things.
Oh my gosh. What were we just talking about?
Oh, the book. Like reading.
The book. Yes,
Yeah.
we're gonna read more. Oh my god, we need to read more. Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. But no, when I was watching the little like Trevor Phillips, Stephen Ogg, whatever little clip about him being a reader and not a gamer, I'm like, but there's a lot of crossover. There's a lot of readers that are gamers and gamers that are readers. So I'm like, why not? Why not have more fun with that? But I did want to. So this morning when I was researching, I was like, what's the most famous quote from Crime and Punishment? So I'm going to read what Google AI overview says about the most famous quote. So it says, Crime and Punishment is rich with profound quotes on morality, suffering, and human nature, including, oh my god, I'm going to butcher this, Raskolnikov's, that's the main character, his belief that extraordinary men have a right to commit any crime, and the famous line, pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. So the main character sees himself as an intellectual who's like downtrodden and kind of, ousted from society by, his lack of means or whatever. And he ends up killing a pawn keeper, something like that. And then it says in here, this is just the Google AI, other key quotes highlight themes of truth, lies, isolation, and the search for meaning, such as, through error, you come to the truth, and the internal struggle, I chatter because I do nothing. So, very GTA related, I think.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when you're playing a video game, there's pretty much no consequences. Even your wanted level, you can make go away, right? Pretty easily.
Right, yeah.
I mean, most of us just pull out a bomb or a bazooka anyway and just kind of blow ourselves out of the situation.
Why are we off ourselves? And it's like, all right, problem solved.
All right, problem
Hey,
solved.
you hungry?
New life. Snacky?
Right.
Snack time?
Right.
But yeah, so the big question for today that I, am exploring is who gets to decide, like, who's above the law? Like, what does it take in a person's character? Like, in here it says, extraordinary men have a right to commit any crime. So I guess like the valor of the person, or what is it about the person that we're like, okay, it's acceptable. And Trevor as a character is actually a really good example of this, because he does the most heinous things of like, as far as like brutal and violent, and sort of just like he'll hurt anyone. Like, if you're in his way,
he's more off the hinges than
yes,
the others. Yeah.
All right. Whereas like Michael's shit is way more subversive, way more passive aggressive. He's always trying to look like the good guy. He's always trying to justify all of his actions.
He's trying to look like the clean guy.
Well, the reason I did this is because, like, look at me, I've had this shitty hand. I had to do what I had to do. Because look what happened first. Whereas, like, Trevor is, if he hates his best friend, it's because he's disgusted at his best friend for that kind of behavior. It's inauthentic, right? Whereas Trevor is the ultimate, like, self-aware, true to himself. And then we love him because even though he's doing these, like, crazy psychotic things that are, like, absolutely, like, stomach-turningly, like crazy, we love him. The three characters, I think, too, as far as, like, all the GTA games, I think it was really, really unique in GTA 5 how they did the three protagonists, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, even characters in the past, they were heroes or anti-heroes for different reasons. Where I feel like GTA 5 really had, like, three examples that were very, like, stark compare and contrast to one another. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think the majority of GTA players kind of feels the same way I do, where it's like we support Trevor and his abhorrent behavior because he's more self-aware, whereas like Michael's almost seen as like a slightly eviler one because he's a little bit more inauthentic? What do you think?
If you want me to be completely honest,
yes,
I think there's only like maybe a handful of, GTA players like us that would even like have the in-depth thinking. Truthfully. the GTA players are just what they are. They're GTA players, right? They want to come into the game, they want to fuck shit up, they want to, be crazy, they want to be toxic. Most people that like Trevor, they like want to, it's almost like they want to follow like in his footsteps and just be this crazy person, do these crazy things. Like everybody in GTA, I'm not gonna say everybody, that's a stretch,
right?
But
right. Generalizations are tricky, but yes, I hear you.
Yeah. So
no, I think you're spot on.
It's all like an escape, right? It's all like, I am playing this game because these are things that I want to do, or there's some element about this game that I wish that I had, and I'm able to take control of it. And a good example of that is the MC community. There's a lot of people in the MC community that are tied to it because it's the lifestyle that they want or they're familiar with, and don't necessarily have, that power, but they have it in this game.
Right.
Or they have, ties to it, things of that nature. Like, it's all I can do anything that I want in this game, so that's exactly what I'm doing. Like, no one's really thinking, like, the in-depth about the characters, or, like, really just sitting there, like, analyzing things. It's just, this is GTA, I get to be this boss. I get to be this MC
it's not about
leader.
morality.
I get to be like, because, when they get on this game, it goes out the window.
Fuck morality.
You know what I mean? Like, and we've all like gotten a taste of it. You know what I mean? Like, people do crazy stuff to each other in public lobbies
because
they can.
Oh, I know.
Because they can. Like,
Well, it's what kept me from playing the game altogether for so long.
But there are people, again, that are really, into the story and have been accustomed to the story and have been following everything about GTA since the dawn of time. You know what I mean? It really just depends on who you're running into. But I think as a whole, people in the game, it's just a cesspool of violence. Like, there's not really there's no deep thought in it, which goes back to what you were saying, like what Trevor was saying that I like so much. It's of, you know, him saying that he's not excited for GTA 6. I completely understand that, because he doesn't care
same.
about, you know, yeah, he doesn't
I
care
laughed
about
my
that.
ass
He
off. I
cares
thought it
about
was great.
other things. Yeah, because he knows the audience. He knows the audience that
They're not gonna
follows
pick
this
up a
stuff.
book.
It's not. Yeah, it's not people that care about the details of things. They just want to come on here and be this, you know, this badass that, you know, they aren't. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's why I love that phrase. Like, are you going to read a book if I tell you to do it? You know what I mean? Like, if you value
idolize me
me
so much.
yeah. If I tell you to go do this, are you actually going to do it?
And they should. And they should. We have run out.
But that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
No,
I think
it's totally right on.
Yeah, I think some people will, you know, hear this or hear about it and be at least curious or interested. But I think majority is not gonna they're not gonna be like, let me pick up this book and read this and really.
Yeah. Well, and I think you're touching on, you know, a lot of it is, unfortunately, people's own insecurities, their own doubt that maybe they could pick up a book. Maybe they've been told so many times that they are, you know, not elevated enough to. But it's like, these things are all at the library for free, you know? You can Google all this stuff. If you desire to pick it up, you can. And, like, even me going to college, like, I felt like kind of a dummy, because it was like, I didn't need to spend tens of thousands of dollars to be told to pick up some Greek mythology. Right? Like, I could have picked it up at any point. Why did I have to force myself to spend thousands of dollars to be told to pick up a book? And it's like shade on me too, right? Like, I did that to myself. And now I have debt.
The system is designed. The system is designed to do this to us. It is designed to do this to us. There's nothing
to doubt ourselves.
And to just put us in situations, you know.
Well, isn't it interesting that the same people seeming to make those decisions seem to profit off of crime and punishment itself? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Interesting little correlation there. So strange how all that lines up, huh? But yeah, and then real freedom, real truth is in chaos, right? But then, do we all have what it takes to survive the chaos? We definitely need societies. I don't think I could just go off and, like, you know, live in a fully apocalyptic world. I mean, I would definitely give it a solid try if I had to.
Right.
But do I really think that I'd be like the top dog survivor in the zombie apocalypse? I don't know. I don't know about that. But yeah, so that kind of goes back to, like, who gets to make these decisions? Have we given them power? Do we give them power because we're choosing to just simply be entertained instead of picking up a book? Right? And then we in turn feel like we've lost control over our lives, so we have to come escape into a video game where we feel powerful and badass.
And that's what I most, and that's what happens, like, and not even just in this game, but in general, like, video games, like, it's a curse. It can be a curse.
A blessing and a curse.
Yeah, like, there's so much that can happen in real life, and sometimes we get so caught up in gaming that we forget. Like, I've seen, you know, where we can get confused, we can get lost on what's reality and what's not anymore, because we spend so much time on this, and then, you know, we put ourselves mentally in this, you know, our own little reality that is nice, and it can be hard to get out of. That's the thing. Even when you are meeting people and things of that nature, like, sometimes you get caught up, because, again, if things were perfect, you know what I mean, we wouldn't get so lost, right? Like,
Yes.
gaming is, and it really is truly an escape. Only gamers would understand that, right? Like, when you game, like, it's deeper than that. Like, you
Well,
create
some
your
people
own.
will say that reading a
Mhm.
book is also an escape.
What is this rock?
That was the
Right,
original escape
right.
before there was screens.
What is this rock?
And then, like, with gaming, like I said, you can, create your own world. You can create your own environment. You can have people that are a part of it. Then you meet people in it, and it's this whole thing that you have so much more control over. Even in the financial department, like, if you want money, you can just go do something real quick and get thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, it's hard to, when you get caught up in it, like, that's really all it is. And then you get lost to the point where it seems like you're only, like, at your happiest when you're, like, gaming and kind of escaping from the effed up reality that you have right now, because times are hard.
Oh, for sure. No, and it I don't think times are, even if you've got money or whatever, like,
What is this rock?
it's still not easy,
Nice.
And then another thing that I had, I'm full of bullet holes. Another quote that I had shared on my first episode that I love to use with my Shakespeare quote, my little "All the World's a Stage," which has to do with, like, like you said, the masks, which I really loved what you were saying there too. The masks we put on, how we portray that and role play that in the game. But the other one comes from the godfather of existentialism. His name's Jean-Paul Sartre. He's a French philosopher. But he had a play called No Exit. And the line from that is, hell is other people. So then you turn that around. You put this whole show together in your mind of, like, I'm going to be this person. I'm going to put this out into the world. And then, just like a performer putting on a show, sometimes the jokes don't land. You think you're going to have this great show, but the lighting sucks, or the, just even the backdrop can kill it.
Yeah.
The soundtrack can mess it all up, and then you have to deal with the repercussions of that. And sometimes that is the punishment. Maybe you didn't do what you were supposed to do in your prep work or your planning, and then the punishment is it doesn't go well.
You're right. Yeah.
It's from the public opinion.
What's this one?
So where do you think we get that in the game? I like how you were starting to talk about, like, the MC culture and, like, the hardcore, like, role playing. Like, based on everything we're talking about, what is your take on how they create their own, I guess, crime and punishment, like their rule structure?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, just with the MC community in general, like, a good example of that is when you become a part of an MC, right? There's rules and guidelines that you have to go by. If you go against them, there's a punishment to it. Like, for example, you can't, I'm trying to think of, like, a good rule at hand. You can't go against your family, like your MC. You can't get information and then go and tell somebody else, or go and rat, or go against the people that you're supposed to be with. Like, it's a law, you know what I mean? Like, it's loyalty. If you do that, then there's punishment. Like, you have to fight, you get kicked out, you have, like, a punishment, you have to run laps. Like, there's something that comes with everything that you do in the MC community, because going against your own people is, horrible, right? That's just an example. Those are things that I think about when it comes to that, that part of it.
So it really does come down to what the culture itself sees as, honorable. So there's the self-guilt, and then what's imposed by, everyone around. And I guess the shame, right? And a big thing with Sartre, I'm terrible at pronouncing French words, but his whole thing was, like, there is no good and evil as long as you're acting in what he called good faith versus bad faith. Which doesn't necessarily have to do with, like, religion. It's more about, like, your authenticity. And so that's where I feel like the Michael Trevor comparison is like Trevor is the ultimate example of good faith, totally authentic, 100% honest. What you see is what you get. Michael is an example of the exact opposite, bad faith. And that's where, like, even though technically Michael doesn't do things that are like as violent and heinous and like over the top, we see him as like the evil one versus Trevor, who's kind of like the good one. And I think too, with especially with the mansion update and the speculation of whether or not, you know, Franklin was supposed to save both of them at the end of story mode. Like,
so the actual ending to the main ending is saving them both.
Right, like that's kind of confirmed.
Another one that's when you choose either Michael or Trevor, it's an alternate ending. I'm outside, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like with the mansion update,
Yeah, but it's kind of
it's confirmed now too, huh?
Yeah, but it's kind of smaller.
Yeah. Well, they kind of confirmed it in the beginning when Trevor was technically the first character you run into. Like when you're doing your apartment missions, you have Series A, which is basically you're running drugs for Trevor Industries, and that basically confirmed it because there was a poll when the game initially came out, and I'd say like 75% of the people killed Trevor. So once that came out,
I didn't
and
know
then the
that.
fact that Trevor was the first character you run into besides Ron and Lester, then that kind of confirms that Trevor wasn't supposed to be the one you killed. Then Franklin comes out, right, with the agency, and he immediately starts talking about Michael, which kind of quietly confirmed that saving both of them is the proper ending.
Well, and what's interesting too is it's not the most obvious ending, right? You kind of have to like think your way into it.
Yeah, they give you the choice, and like if you actually listen to what Franklin is saying in the middle of like the cutscenes and stuff, like he's basically telling you not to kill either one, but nobody really pays attention to it because they've already made their mind up. Because like if you really listen to what he's saying, he's like, "Damn, I don't want to kill either one of them. You know, them is my peoples." Da 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 da. It's quietly letting you know the proper storyline.
Yeah, no, that is like kind of blowing my mind because and maybe it's just because of my own personal perceptions of good faith versus bad faith and where I'm coming from, obviously, I would have thought most people would have saved Trevor over Michael if you don't choose to save them both. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if you look at the actual storyline, like Michael technically didn't do much wrong. Like,
no, he doesn't.
He's an asshole, but at the same time, like, Michael was forced into that situation by the FBI, so like they didn't really have he didn't really have a choice. Right.
He kind of over dramatizes. I feel like a little bit. You know, it's like, oh, woe is me, but I'm also living in this amazing mansion. You know, yeah, his wife isn't necessarily the most loyal, but at the end of the day,
let's not even go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, let's. That's exactly the rabbit hole I want, though.
Okay, do y'all want me to fuck all y'all minds up?
Yes,
I know Jimmy's not Michael's, right?
Please do.
Y'all do know that, right? Jimmy is not Michael's, neither is Ashley. Neither one of them are Michael's kids.
I mean, that's not surprising.
You want to hear the fucked up part?
What's that?
Michael got their father killed.
Ah.
Think back to the very first mission you do in GTA 5. Who dies? Blonde hair, blue-eyed guy, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. Neither one of them, nor Michael or his wife, are blonde-haired nor blue eyes. There's only one blonde-haired, blue-eyed character that's ever been. His wife is a brunette. She dyes her hair.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
She dyes her hair. But like if you really look at it, the only blonde, and they did this on purpose, the only blonde-haired, blue-eyed character you see is Kevin, and he gets killed within the first 5 minutes.
That is really interesting.
Is Jimmy and Ashley's Jimmy and Ashley's father. Like if you do a side by side between Jimmy and him, spitting image. Spitting image.
Well,
There was
and
talks where people was like, well, okay, well, Trevor could be their dad. No, Trevor's not their dad.
Where's this one?
Trevor knew. They all knew that that was not Michael's kids, except the kids. That's another reason why you only see one other blonde-haired, blue-eyed character, and that's Lester. And guess who's Lester's nephew? Same dude that got killed in the beginning. Why do you think Lester was hunting Michael down so hard? Like Michael knew, I mean not let Michael, but Lester knew what was going on before Michael even approached him. Like Michael hit him up, like I know you're alive, bro. Like come on. He all but said, you killed my nephew, and now you're alive, living in fucking what's essentially known as Hollywood. While Trevor is up in the boonies, rotting away.
Right. And that's a big thing for him when he first comes into town and confronts Michael, too. It's kind of like the first thing he says to him. He's like, look where you're at compared to what I've been having.
Look where I've been. I've been hiding out in the desert.
Eating rotten human stew.
Yeah.
Well, that is just Trevor. That was his fault. Didn't nobody tell him to eat that rotten shit.
Well, that was a choice.
Yeah, no, that was all of choice. But him hiding out and shit, yeah. That definitely...
Yeah. Forced him into isolation, right? Kind of imposed a will kind of on him. Like, Trevor's not really free to make his own choices a little bit. He's kind of trapped by his isolation. Till he comes to stir shit up. But he drives the whole story.
And you know what did that? He does. If it wasn't for Michael saying that one line... You forget 1,000 things every day. Make sure this is one of them. Trevor would have never found him.
That's right, because that's his tagline.
That's his tag. So
you're totally right,
nobody else says that. So if the second he says that, they're like Michael even stopped doing what he was doing, although he was in the middle of coitus. I'm gonna say it nicely. But even then, I'm downstairs. Even then, you know what I'm saying? If he never said that line, he never would have known.
Oh yeah. No, because that's even the part where he turns to Ron, or he's like, "Wait, what did you just say? Or what did he just say?"
Well, he was watching it on TV.
Yeah, that's
while
on the TV.
He was in the middle of having sex with some chick, with some biker's girlfriend.
Oh, isn't that the one? And then he kills the boyfriend.
Yeah,
it's the
exactly.
It's the introduction.
That's what triggered.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what triggered Trevor.
Yes.
To go back into those ways. Like Trevor was just chilling, making Trevor
right.
Industries, kicking back, making bread, cracking old ladies, and then the next thing you know, he hears that tagline.
Yeah.
And you're right. I forgot about that.
He's supposed to be dead, and my homie's supposed to be in jail. I've been writing this motherfucker faithfully. Come to find out, he's writing the feds. You know what I'm saying? Like, that whole situation, that it brought up questions, and then once that question was brought up, it was over with. And that's when he lost it.
Yep. And then he felt like he had this sense of justice.
he had to figure it out. Yeah,
that's when the mission starts.
I gotta right this wrong. Yeah, that's exactly when it starts. That's when shit really hits the fan. Because beforehand, it's just you chilling, stealing cars. Literally, that's it. You're stealing cars and you're doing hood shit.
Yeah, the game doesn't really start until that moment.
Then once you go to see Simeon, and that's technically Simeon is one who kickstarts the entire game.
Right.
Because at the very beginning, all you're doing is you're boosting cars. You know what I'm saying? And again, if you never would have seen Jimmy inside of Simeon's, you know what I'm saying, you would have never ran in, got his Jeep back. Michael would have never forced you to drive all the way through Simeon's front gate, all that shit.
Yes.
It would have just been a regular old another hood game. It would have been San Andreas all over again. That's why they gave you 3 different point of views.
No, I don't
in
think
6,
people
you're
give
still
this
supposed
game
to have
credit.
2 different point of views.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely in depth.
And I think
definitely in depth.
Yeah, it takes voice actors on the level of people like Stephen Ogg to make characters like Trevor what they are, and the realness of Sean, who plays Franklin, because those voice actors do make the characters.
Yeah, like even he said it. He was
movements.
like, when I was doing Franklin's voice, I channeled CJ and myself. So like he put you, even like when it comes down to acting, you got to put you have to put a piece of you inside the character to bring the character
100%.
alive. Like when I was acting for a little time period, I was told that more than anything. Just make sure you bring the character to life.
Yep.
Add stuff to the character to make sure it comes alive. Because if you can't believe it, how are the audience gonna believe it? You know what I mean? Like, how are they gonna sit there and believe that this character is alive and doing what you're portraying him to do when you're just sitting there? Oh, there's a ladder.
Yeah,
It's on the other side.
You kind of have to put yourself into it. The full role play.
That's all acting is, is role playing. And like, you have to be careful with that, because there are things that are called there are people who are called, what's the name? What are they called? I can't remember the name of them. It starts with an M.
Method actors.
Method actors,
like
thank
Heath
you.
Ledger, yeah. I was just about to touch on that before you did.
And they take it to the extreme, but when doing that, you bring the character to life to where they feel, oh, she got him. They feel, you know what I'm saying? They feel the fact that this person's really doing this. This person's actually alive. I can relate to him. Yeah. If not, you get stuff like Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Where half, you know what I'm saying? Remember Downstairs, where half of the cast is really doing it, really trying to, portray that they're actually doing this, and then the other words is just like, whatever. We're downstairs, man.
I'm coming. I've got the torch, literally. And so, do you guys think, when we come to the role play, so we talked about it being a little bit of an escape, because, maybe we feel powerless in our lives, which I, totally agree. Video games kind of give that. But do you also think this is like our own little internal testing ground? I don't know, I guess to see what we're capable, see where our moralities, it's like a self-check. I don't know.
Yeah, actually, I know what you're. I kind of get what you're talking about. So it definitely, I think personally that it definitely shows and is an eye opener for like your own self to figure out what type of person you truly are. I think there's a lot of things, even if because a lot of people look at it like, oh, it's just a game.
Right.
At the same time, though, like I like to think deeper on things. Like I said at the very beginning, like it's all like psychological. Even with like very minimal things that you're doing in a video game, every little thing that you do is still kind of like an answer to who you are as a person.
Yep.
Like for example, when you're in a lobby, right? You're in a public lobby, just doing anything. There are people that are not going to be trying to fight you, right? Like, there are people that are just going to be sitting there or just walking around or just interacting with others, like things of that nature.
Trying to make friends, maybe.
Yeah, as a person, you make the decision on whether you are going to just go up to that person and just start brutally killing them.
Yeah.
Or whether you're going to, or whether you're going to leave them alone and go somewhere else. Or interact with that person. Little things like that, it determines what type of person you actually are, or what type of person you are.
I agree.
Internally. Yeah.
So see, there's a reason why you have two different type of points when you come into this game. You've got JP, which is just playing, and you have actual RP, which is actual role playing in this game. Not to mention, you also have, like, this is the only game. Correction. This is one of the only games where you actually have a mental status. Most other games is just like, do what you want, go ahead and have a ball. Whereas you have games like this where your mentality is weighing on, one, the way people look at you. Meaning the way people look at you is when you look at the map, whether you have a all white dot, a pink dot, a burgundy dot, or a red dot, that shows your mental status.
Right.
And it shows what others think of you. Like, literally, like, you have a decision on, like, what type of person you are. So I feel like things like that, it shows what kind of person, what kind of mentality you have, even in real life. Like, when somebody has something really wrong with them based off of some of the things that can happen to you in this freaking game. Like,
and maybe not always right away. Sometimes it takes a minute, as we've discovered along the way.
Yeah. Like, I mean, come on, guys. Like there's
case in point, if you look down at the bottom, it says right there at the bottom, it says mental state. Yeah. Like it says that for a reason, so you can see how your mental, not your character's mental state, it's your mental state through your character. So when you see those with full bars, those are the motherfuckers who really got issues. I hate to say it like that, but they have issues outside of the game.
Work for that. And now,
because hell, I can't see my mental status, but I'm pretty sure it's about half.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's about half. Hell, I know I got issues.
See, that's why we love you, because you are so self-aware. At least for me, I'm like, you could be as sadistic as Trevor, and I'll still love you. Maybe that's my own problem.
Well, and it's because I'm aware of it. That's the thing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that reason alone. It's the fact that I'm aware that I'm not all there. That's not my fault.
I mean, I'm aware of myself too.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not my fault. Hell, I can blame that on the American government.
And I see things like a certain way too. Not only like everybody sees things, right? If you allow yourself to be aware, but being a woman playing GTA, you see things so much more so differently. Like, there was a situation that happened yesterday that made me so mad. It made me so mad. I was in a public lobby. I had my friend, you guys probably know Aves. She was with me, and there was another MC that popped up, right? So no reason for it at all. She wasn't doing anything at all. We're mostly role players. We're content people. Came right behind her while she was doing something and knifed her up. No reason, just did it. Which, trickled down into this whole thing where now I'm mad. I don't even, I love to fight, but I don't just naturally, I'm just immediate. Like, I'm not the person that goes up to people and just starts, shooting them down or anything like that. Like, you have to do something to me for me to be
protector.
Like, okay, it's on. Yeah.
You're the protector.
Like, for me to be like, oh, yeah, it's on. Like, you have to, drive by me or do something to me and shoot me down. Then I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're fighting
Unlike
now.
me, where I'm like, yeah, you walk up on me the wrong way, I may just end it.
So that happened, and it trickled down to me. Like, it was a lobby war started happening, right? A whole capture the area, like a whole thing started happening. But the thing is, it wasn't me being mad at anything happening to me. Like, I get shot up all the time. I've gotten posted. I've had so many things happen to me. It was the fact that my friend, when she was standing there doing nothing at all, she was actually I think on her phone or just doing something. This guy comes up behind her and Annie's her. That made me livid. Mind you, that was her actual first time being in a free aim lobby like that. And when it happened to her, she was like, what the fuck? Like, she didn't, that's her first, she's not, that's not something that she does. So it was just the fact that you could have went to anybody. You could have went to, and that's the thing too, the woman targeting. All of those things make me so mad. You could have did anything to anybody. You could have did whatever you wanted, but you went up to her. She wasn't doing anything, was very unaware, and you did that. And for what? And that's, I was fighting for a while after that. So it's just and that is an example of what I feel like you can understand what a type of person is by what they do in a video game. It's okay, I feel like you're,
There is a reason they came out and wanted to find, women maybe that were new. I mean, especially being a woman when I was new to the game earlier in the spring. I had two guys, didn't know them anything. This was way back when I was still level 12 or whatever. And what was interesting is they were fighting each other out in the desert near Shady Cove. And I was kind of map watching, from a quiet corner of just kind of observing what was going on around me. And and I was like, just kind of watching them kill each other, and, you know, the notifications are coming up, so-and-so killed so-and-so, so-and-so killed so-and-so, and then I got, like, just barely within their proximity, and all of a sudden, they both turned on me like wild hyenas, and it was like, they stopped killing each other instantly, and then became a team to then destroy me as many times as they humanly could, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, okay, that turned around real fast, all because I got slightly close to you. And there was one of them who, like, at one point, it was almost just getting, like, really kind of just dark and, you know, creepy. And I just finally gave up. I was like, okay, kill my character. I just stopped making it fun for him. I stopped trying to resist or run away. You know, I just stood there in one spot, and I let him kill me about 3 times in a row without even moving or trying to defend myself or anything. And that was actually what got him to stop. Because I made it not fun for him anymore.
Yeah. And it's so many things, too, right? Like I said, in the MC-Com, the MC-Com is always going to be, or always have good examples. So I find out and I realize what a person is and who they are in real life based off of how they handle things in a video game. People take things too far. So much to the point where you would almost think that it should be normal, and it shouldn't be. And people, like, allow it to happen, and they just, like, it's like, people will look at it and be like, well, that's just how it is. No, it's not how it is. You guys make it like that, and nobody wants to fight hard enough to keep it from being like that. Because if something's happening to you in a video game, why are you coming after, for example, why are you coming after someone's kids?
Yeah.
Or someone's, you know, siblings.
People get
someone's
crazy.
woman. Someone's, like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you this is happening in a game and you're doing this? Who do you think you are? You know what I mean? When people do things like that, and not everyone does it, but when people do things like that, that lets me know what type of person they are. Out. Like, in real life. Like, you are, by definition, a bad person to me because you have taken things too far, or they'll, you know, dox. You know, we hear that all the time. They'll put people will put their real life stuff out there and really cause harm, like, mentally to people. Like, when you start falling into that category, that lets me know what type of person you are. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of effed up things do happen that require, or people feel like they have to retaliate a certain way. Because I'll be honest with you, if somebody's coming at me or does something to me in real life, I'm going to want to do it too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just died.
You didn't have your breather on?
Did you forget to put a rebreather on?
I did. Like, it was on my character. All right. I did things.
Making moves. Making big moves.
But no, going back to what I was saying, like, there's so many things where it's like, you know, people do awful things to people that aren't doing anything, and I understand that causes a retaliation to do equally bad things. Now, when you're in a situation like that, I try not to judge like that. I'm just like, you know, things are happening and you want to retaliate. I get that. But it's just when someone naturally gets enjoyment out of holding something over someone's head or doing horrible things, posting pictures or posting about their real life or doing things, like, you are a shitty person. You are genuinely a shitty person, and no game should allow people to be like that. And that's one of the biggest negatives that I have, like, about the GTA community. Like, people are just with doing horrible things. And even women get confirmed into, like, these horrible people. I've seen it where they will allow themselves to take awful bullshit.
Yeah.
And it shows, and it is just like,
this is what I have to do because this is the game, and if I don't like it, I have to leave, kind of mentality.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
I got caught. We'll start over.
Or we'll just, you know, or
Jrippy wants to shoot. You know, the podcast is called Comfort and Chaos. Let the chaos reign.
Let's see how far we can survive within the chaos.
I mean, honestly, we'll be able to survive the whole thing because they only shooting for shit right now. They got poisoned, so
we've got you and Jrippy. I'm not gonna say I'm much of the support on the shooting, but I'm getting there.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, even on this one, like, they can't shoot properly because they'll poison the water. So, like, they won't be doing too much of anything. That's why they only have pistols.
See?
Dun, dun, dun.
We got
Preparation is key.
And this guy's just standing here.
All right. But no, if I could, and that's the thing that, like, I try to, like, preach all the time, and I try to make a change, you know, like, I always say that just because things are done a certain way doesn't mean that we have to continue it. You know, I always, like, currently, like, I am always just trying to be like, you know, let's say I am, like, in a fight. I will reach out to people. I've done it so many times. I know it probably sounds weird, but if I'm fighting somebody, I'll reach out to them on Instagram after the fact, and I'll be like, hey, GG's. I'll put, like, a heart or something, or, like, some kind of compliment or whatever, or I'll make light of it, because it's like, why do we have to sit here and be so disrespectful and toxic to each other? Just leave it at that. Like, we fought. Hey, good game.
Mom.
Hope to see you again soon. You know, that was good training. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've done that. And I've also just kind of tried to put it in people's mentality of, you know, just because these things are happening, or just because someone does something, doesn't mean you even have to retaliate and do it back. Because, I said before, you know, I've gotten the blessing of talking to people that are around me, because I hold a certain energy about myself where, like, I get to see people for who they truly are, and I get to see that a lot of the times they don't want to do this, they don't want to be evil, they don't want to be toxic, but because of the situation at hand, or they feel like they have to, they just do it. But nobody has fun doing that, because it's draining, and it actually causes a lot of mental issues. Like, people are really mentally drained in this community because of everything that they have to put up with, and it's constant drama. Like, there's people that can't even live without some kind of drama going on, or starting some stuff. And quite honestly, it's really sad, because most of us are adults, like older adults,
or at least should be anyway.
Yeah. So it's just like, if there could be some type of, you know, just finally stop. Yeah. We can still do the same things that we're doing, and we can still have our little, you know, toxic moments, like, in the game, because we're all in different crews and clubs and MCs and, you know, mafia stuff. Like, it's supposed to happen, right? But not to the extent that it's become. I mean, for God's sake, I've seen situations, and I myself have been in situations where someone has done something so horrible that you're contemplating your whole life. Like, people go so far
out of a video game, right?
It should never be like that. Like, people will get bullied and get kicked off of a game over what, you know? So it's just mind-boggling to me. That's all. Like, I just don't like the way things are, and if there could be a change, and that's, you know, what is it you said, like, what's the title of this podcast? Crime and
then the title of this episode is morality and the social contract, right? Which is very much what you're talking about. So it's like, we as players kind of have this opportunity, because it's not the people who wrote the video game deciding that we're going to be toxic to one another. If anything, they probably want the opposite, because nobody's going to want to come and play this game and be a part of this online experience if it's awful, you know? Because I think, too, the majority is not people who want to be gross. The majority is people who want to come here and have a good time, escape the troubles of real life, and, you know, do the role play for what it's worth, you know, what the game was made for. It's actually a pretty small proportion that want to make it this toxic playground for them to get their, I guess, jollies off.
Yeah, to get their rocks off, because they're, you know,
to feel
compensating
powerful
for something that they don't have in real life. Like, it's all just it's a situation where I see that a person is just so unhappy with themselves internally in their lives that it transforms into what you see on the game. And unfortunately, like I said, I see it with women and I see it with men. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard horrible stories, like, not even anything that's happened to me alone, but I've heard stories from other people of just these awful things that have happened to them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what? You didn't ask for that.
Yeah, you just came, well, and the comfort, right? This is supposed to just be a leisurely video game that we come to relax at the end of the day, and yet it's becoming a space where some people are losing their entire damn minds. And so it's like, who gets to make the decisions? It's like, the community we have doesn't have a full society structure, right? Like, we don't have a president of the online community. We don't have a police force of the online community. There's the PlayStation rules and regulations and people get banned for dumb stuff, that's, I guess, a crime and punishment. You know, you don't get to come to your game. Oh no! Here's my punishment. You don't get to come to your game if you're so awful to other players. You know, PlayStation Network will ban you, or Rockstar. But see, those are two different channels with two different sets of rules and two different sets of morality, right? So then what's actually right and wrong?
Right.
How do we even know anymore?
Right.
And then when it comes to the doxing and that kind of stuff, like both Rockstar and PlayStation, and I'll even lump Meta in, because, you know, people are taking their content to social media. You know, now you've got three separate entities that could be creating the society structure and the rule structure and the crime and punishment, right? To make that social contract so we all get to enjoy our little society here, micro society. But they seem powerless, you know?
I'm downstairs.
The stuff that you actually feel like should be
downstairs.
where
You
is?
can go to the office or you can go to the gate. Either one is open.
I'm spectating now. I'm your cheerleader. Go team, go! Rah rah rah!
Yeah, make sure you get the painting first. Don't worry about the cash. There's gold up over on the other side.
Alright.
I mean, I will say you guys look epic right now in my spectator mode.
Door.
Gotcha. Alright.
Go.
Alright, there's the gold.
Where's the
grab that
spectator?
gold.
Alright. I will grab it.
Oh, I just realized the shirts are off.
Yep.
Yup.
I filled my bag.
So what do you guys think? Who should the modern sheriffs be?
Honestly, I think people need to sheriff themselves. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
Well, and that's really interesting too, because it's like,
Go.
you know, we might need to, the future of humanity might need to rethink society overall, you know?
Whoa,
Certainly feels like we're on the collapse.
Oh my god. Oh my god, she has to reload.
Sorry I died before my bag could be filled.
You're good.
But yeah, no, I think this has been exactly what I needed, so thank you guys. Appreciate you both for joining me.
Of course.
But yeah, any parting thoughts while we wrap up and swim away? Anything else?
The Black Horse will be released January 2nd, 2026.
A plug. I love it.
You know, innocent plug.
I love it. Anything you want to plug, Jrippy? Feel free. Plug away.
I don't really have anything. Just, you know, for New Year, I just hope that people can just remain, or not even remain, just become better people. That's what I want for everyone.
Yeah,
Let's
you
just
know
become
what?
better people.
I can agree to that. If I can accomplish anything through my little podcast here, I think, you know, I would like to kind of bridge that gap, because I think that the more people become self-aware and maybe educate themselves and pick up a book, you know, pick up the video games, but also pick up a book. Maybe see if there's something you can learn about yourself. Like you said, Ghost, sheriff yourselves. You know, maybe the key to that is people just really doing a little bit more self-discovery and learning to love themselves. Because I think, like, you know, the big thing with bullies and why they come to this game to bully is because, like you said too, you know, there's some kind of insecurity or feeling of their own life they can't control. And maybe if they did a little self-discovery, they wouldn't need to control others, you know?
You're all done?
Yeah.
Thanks for anyone who's been watching.
Don't just jump the fence.
Alright.
Like, I'm pulling everybody in. Don't just jump the fence.